now a year since Prince passed away, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, I don't think I've known the 12 months quite like the last. Some real extreme mixed emotions over the last year. And for me personally as well, been through some real lows and some real highs over the last year. But the one thing that has still remained is Prince's music, the soundtrack to my life as it ever was, helping me through the tough times, the hard times, the good times. And Prince's energy and his spirit is tied to his music, and in a way he will always be there. He's never going to leave us, and even today I'm still finding new meanings in his songs and lyrics, and I think I always will, for the rest of my life, and his music will be there for the rest of my life as a soundtrack to everything that I do, and that's an amazing thing. But as we reach this first anniversary, I thought, well, how do we mark it as Prince fans, as a community, Prince community? Well, Prince already told us the answer when he said he would celebrate the day he died. And that's exactly what we have to do. Now, I know there's been a lot of things we could talk about that's happened over the last 12 months, including the last few days. There were so many unanswered questions still. The speed at which things have happened since, with the opening of Paisley Park for tours and dance parties and concert screenings every weekend, the release of the Prince Forever album, the deals that have been made for Prince's music recently for streaming sites, the book Maite's written, and the countless tributes and concerts that have taken place around the world, from the official tribute concert to the Autism Rocks gigs, the Revolution playing at First Avenue, and the recent Grammys. There are so many tributes that have taken place around the world. But I think for today, we have to put all of that aside and focus on the one thing, the most important thing, and that is the music. The gift that he left us, his legacy, this incredible back catalogue of music. We have to celebrate Prince's music, and like no other day, we have to flood social media with everything to do with Prince, and just play his music, wear your symbols, wear your t-shirts. Everything you do today is helping to keep the legacy alive. So for me personally, I thought, what can I do to make my little mark on this day? And I thought it would be great to do a video, but also to share the video with someone who I've met through Prince's music. Because one of the great things about Prince was his ability to bring people together from all different walks of life, all different statuses, race, religion, age, whatever. They were all one under the purple roof, and it was all one big party. And with the advent of social media, Prince fans around the world have been able to connect in a way that they never were able to before, and it has formed some amazing friendships and some incredible people out there. They really are. So one of these friends that I made, the Nightchild, you've probably seen his Prince channel, Nightchild Reviews. He's been doing Prince videos way before I did. He gave me the courage and the inspiration to get up there and to do my thing and to talk about Prince. So I asked him if he would be happy to speak about this, or what his feelings are on this day, and he was happy to do so. So I think it's a really apt thing to do as well, because it's two people who never would have met if it wasn't for Prince, coming together to share their love of Prince and to say, hey, look, this is what you've done for all of us around the world. You've given us these life-changing friendships, and we've met these amazing people, all because of you, because of your music. So thank you, Prince. So before I hand you over to Jay, I'd just like to say, as I said, whatever you're doing today, just remember we're all keeping the legacy alive and making sure that the world never forgets Prince. Thank you.
Hi. About a year ago, I was on holiday and I heard rumours that something had happened at Paisley Park. I didn't know what it was, and at first, to be honest, I didn't believe anything bad necessarily had happened. There'd been lots of rumours the few weeks before, and then finally the news broke that Prince had passed. And my world fell away. In a sense, I didn't know what to do. I just walked along a beach for hours, and it was hard to take in. Since the age of 14, Prince has always been there for me. He has been my inspiration, he has been the soundtrack to my life, he has been the provider of musical ballads, of romantic love songs, of sexual desires, of thoughts about God. He was everything. I was in a position when I was a teenager. My father left and I didn't have a role model, a male role model, and Prince became that role model. He was someone who worked hard, who had enormous talent, who had a fantastic drive. He was someone who could just express so much emotion, so much honesty and so much beauty in his writing, in his music, in the way he played every note. And that sincerity, that pure artistry really changed my world. And every year of my life was about what Prince album was. Every year I remember 96 was Emancipation, 89 Batman. It was all about what year and what Prince was doing in that year. Was a new album coming out? Was he touring? And every song was a gift from a friend, a gift that had the potential to just change everything. And it's a difficult world. Now he's not here. Now his music is here. And his music is everything. His music obviously is his legacy. And if I could have one wish, the one wish I would have is that every album gets released so everybody can hear this amazing back catalogue. There's so many albums that some are on this platform or some are here, some are unavailable. I would just wish that every album was released so people can just enjoy the amazing breadth and depth of his work. So if I could have anything, that would be that. Now, it's been an incredibly hard year, but also, as the great Mr. Ansky said, there's a lot of good things that come out of this, a lot of friendships that happened, and I was incredibly lucky to meet him and to meet Mr. Ansky, and he was an amazing guy, a truly amazing guy. And the amount of people that you meet through Prince, I've been to Prince parties and online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and it's remarkable. People come from all different walks of life, all different views. Everybody has their own favourite kind of Prince albums, and everybody has albums they don't like. And as Prince fans, everybody's opinion is different. And that's the amazing thing about Prince for me. You couldn't pigeonhole him. He was just Prince. I used to go into the record shop, and some record shops would have Prince under pop. Some had him under soul. Some had him under R&B. I've had some under independent artists. You couldn't pigeonhole Prince. Prince was just Prince. And last April, so many tributes came out. Fantastic tributes from everybody, and so many people said really heartfelt things. And that was an amazing thing. I am incredibly lucky to be part of this Purple World, this amazing group of people who really, just amazing people, and so many people have done so many kind things, and they don't talk about it, but they send an album to a friend, they buy a book, and I've received things and said things, and it's an amazing community. It really is. There's so many comments and there's so much knowledge there, so much knowledge. The thing about being a Prince fan, in my opinion, is people really go into Prince. There's so much to enjoy, and they really know their stuff. They really know about the albums, they really know about the tracks, they know about the projects that never quite happened. And yet, for saying all that, as much as you know, there's always new stuff to know. And I'm really enjoying going back and listening to the early albums and working my way through his discography, because there's so much to enjoy, and there's so many things that mean different things to you when you hear them later. Perhaps at first you didn't quite get an album, or you didn't really feel it so much. Then you go back and you listen to this and you think, that's fantastic, this is amazing. Just amazing things. I'm incredibly lucky to have met the people I have, and I'm incredibly lucky to be doing this video with someone who is such a decent guy, and his videos I love. It's just a genuine love for Prince, and Prince did bring people together. He really did. He brought the world together, and it's an incredibly hard time at the moment. I find this brings back a lot of those memories I had when it first happened. I didn't believe that. I thought Prince would be there forever. I can't imagine, I couldn't have ever imagined this happening. I thought Prince would be 90 and playing his piano and still being funky, and it's difficult, but his music is still here. He is still here. This spirit he has, this energy, this phenomenal perfectionism, this wild abandon, this amazing talent, this just remarkable person. I mean, Prince, if you took Prince just as a person, just remarkable things he's done. His campaign for better, music rights for artists. His, campaign to ensure that artists got a decent, payment for their work, and the phenomenal work rate he had. As the sheer amount of work Prince put in is amazing. He is an artist, I'll never see anybody close, quite frankly, to Prince again. There was nobody who could even get, even a fraction close to Prince. And it's strange to have someone there all your life. And for your life, I always lived with a nervous excitement with Prince as well, that he would suddenly announce a tour like that on Twitter, or he would suddenly announce a new album's coming out. Here's Hit and Run Phase 2, bang, there you go. I'm going on tour. The Hit and Run tours, Third Eye Girl will go on the radio at 12 o'clock. There's going to be a concert tonight, and I'd run to the train station, and I'd get on a train and go to London and queue up for 7 hours. And if you'd have told me, I would have had those experiences, I wouldn't have believed you. I mean, the Shepherd's Bush Arena in London, I saw him on the Hit and Run tour, and that was the greatest performance of my life. 40 songs, I was about 12, 15 foot from the front. His guitar work, Third Eye Girl, just amazing. And there's so much I could spend a lifetime talking about Prince, and I was incredibly lucky. I'm incredibly lucky to discover him when I was 14, and I've been incredibly lucky since. He took me on the greatest journey of my life, quite personally. And today, I know there can be some sadness, but people are right. We need to celebrate. We need to play his music. We need to wear his symbol. We need to talk about Prince. We need to put Prince on social media, but not just today, every day. We need to constantly share Prince videos, and people do on Facebook, and I love that. They share Prince videos, they talk about Prince, they talk about what's your favourite track, they talk about have you heard this unreleased track, have you read this book, and the amount of books that have come out about Prince, and the amount of new information we didn't know, and the amount of appreciation people have for Prince. And he is truly the greatest artist, I think, certainly of my lifetime, and I think quite frankly of all time. And I'm incredibly honoured and incredibly lucky to be surrounded by the people who love Prince too. Sorry I've gone on, I could speak for hours about this, but he was everything, and he still is everything, and I'm never going to forget anything. I'm going to enjoy his music every day, I'm going to play his music every day, I'm going to read everything I can about him, and I'm going to continue to have that soundtrack to my life. And quite frankly, anybody else who I bump into, I'm going to try and introduce them to Prince too. Thank you for listening, and really, thank you. The Purple World, you are amazing people. I love you all.
We came here not knowing that we were going to die. Somebody told us that. And if we never knew we were going to die, we wouldn't celebrate a birthday, because we...
But isn't it nice to celebrate the day you was born?
I'll celebrate the day I die.
Oh, because you're going to move on to the next path in life.
Yes.
I had very little time to actually read where do you actually come from and all that, but where do you actually hail from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Uptown Minnesota.
And where are you still living there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want you to have some fun.
Is a mailman checking your is how, know about the quake.
Gay. Let me see you dance.
Rain is wet, and sugar is sweet.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
My name's Andre Crabtree III.
You see
I
that?
got more
No one in particular. They say the baddest I am tonight.
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you heard the new single, Cream?
I love it. I think it's great. I like the song. It's me.
Okay. I hear that, your brother is in his band.
Who is this?
Okay, he's been having a little trouble, and, hello? Okay, we gotta go now. Have a nice night, okay?
Who is that?
Goodbye.
He realized that she was new to love, naive in every way, every schoolboy's fantasy she was. All seven and we'll watch them fall. They stand in the way of love and we will smoke them all with an intellect. My name is Prince, and I am funky. My name is Prince, the one and only. My name is no one.
Hello, welcome to the Dawn, playground for the new power generation. There are over 500 experiences to choose from. Here's a sample.
I ain't gonna hate you.
Go, baby. Oh, oh, oh.
another experience. Please access another experience.
Please access another
Don't play me. I'm over 30 and I don't smoke weed. Expert lover, my babe. You ever had a crystal ball? Expert lover. When you understand everything in every book, congratulations, you're in the new power generation. The greatest romance that's ever been sold.
We ain't done no real concert in a long time. This is all we've been doing, just like that, just jamming and making it up as we go along. And when I knew all y'all would come to Minnesota to party with us, that's what I wanted to do for you. That's how we like to have the most fun. Sometimes we come to your country and we'll work real hard on something 2 and 3 months and put it together real nice. But when we have our most fun is when brothers like that show up and we just kick it for 2 or 3 hours. That's why I love that brother right there so much, Mr. Larry Graham. I was sitting talking with him one day and he said to me, you know, in my band, Sly and the Family Stone, we had an unwritten law that nobody played with any other band. We just hung in our own camp. And then he said, Jimi Hendrix wanted me to play with him, I had to turn him down. I said, no you didn't just say Jimi Hendrix, I asked you to play him, you turned him down. So, on the hem of your garment tip, let me tell you, I can hang with you all day. Sometimes we get to be at the crib playing I Want to Take You Higher in 45 minutes, no lie. The Maceo show will go another 2 hours and 45 minutes, no lie.
With the accurate understanding of God and His law, they went about the work of building a new nation, the Rainbow Children.
Blue spotlight, a figure spins around. Funky. If I was a man in your life, I'd make you happy, I'd treat you right, I'd buy you 2 sevens together, is going down, yo. 21 nights in London. You can dance if you want to. All the critics love you in London. You don't have to keep the beat. There's still things need in London.
You need to lay it down and let me show you how we do this thing up in Funky Town. From the heart of Minnesota, here come the purple Yoda, guaranteed to bring the dirty new sound. Come on now.
I had a dream last night that I was flying for the first time. In the dream I could pilot my flight with the thoughts in my mind. Said I was what you wanted. Liar. People tell me I got great legs. Figure out why you make me beg. It does not compute. Nothing for the record, and nothing to condemn. I never wanted a typical life, scripted role, trophy wife. All I ever wanted to be left alone.
Remember, there is really only one destination, and that place is you. All of it. Everything is you.